Good morning, Year 2. How are you all today? I hope you're ready for your guided reading lesson for today. So the book we are reading today is this one, Tabby McTat. Has anyone read this one before? If you have, so you will know exactly what happens inside, and if you don't, I hope you're going to really enjoy this. So Tabby McTat has been written by Julia Donaldson. Julia Donaldson is actually a very popular author. She is the author who wrote The Gruffalo. So if you know The Gruffalo, then it's the same author. So let's get started with the book. Tabby McTat by Julia Donaldson. Tabby McTat was a busker's cat with a meow that was loud and strong. The two of them sang of this and that. And people threw coins in the old checked hat, and this was their favourite song. Me, you, and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. Meow, and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. One morning, while Fred ate some bacon and bread, McTat took a stroll round the block, then stopped, for there on a doorstep sat a gorgeously glossy and green-eyed cat. She was black with one snowy white sock. Sock and McTat had a cat-to-cat chat, and that's how their story began. For while they were chatting of this and of that, a thief had his eye on the old checked hat. He eyed it, he snatched it, he ran. The busker gave chase, but he tripped on a lace, and crash, in a flash he was down. He broke his leg and banged his head, and he ended up in a hospital bed in a faraway part of town. Goodbye, McTat said. I must get back to Fred. But where had the busker gone? The sun went down and the sky grew black. The stars came out, but he didn't come back. McTat lingered on and on and on. A week later, Sock took a stroll round the block and found her new friend looking thin. He's gone off and left me, said Tabby McTat. Then Sock said, my people Prunella and Pat would gladly find room for a fine tabby cat. She was right, and they took McTat in. Next morning, old Fred left his hospital bed and found his way back to the square, but a brass band stood where the pair once sat, and the band played this and the band played that. And Fred looked all around for his loud, meowed cat, but Tabby McTat wasn't there. Now McTat had a wife and a very full life, with plenty of things to do, like washing Prunella, and pouncing on Pat, and hiding the car keys under the mat, and keeping the newspapers nice and flat, and giving the pens an occasional bat, and nibbling this and nibbling that. But he dreamed of his friend with the old checked hat, and always woke up with a mew. And often he said, what's happened to Fred? And his paws took him back to the square, but a conjurer stood where their pair once sat. So a conjurer is actually like a magician. And he pulled out this and he pulled out that, and people threw coins in the tall black hat, but the busker was never there. One morning Sock said, look under the bed and see the 3 kittens I've had. And Soames looked like this, and Suzanne like that, and the littlest kitten called Samuel Spratt looked exactly the same as his dad. The 3 kittens grew and they learnt how to mew, and McTat sometimes sang them his song. And Samuel Sprat, with his tabby grey fur, had a defining meow and a very loud purr, and he simply loved singing along. Me, you, and the old guitar, how perfectly, perfectly happy we are. Meow, and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. When Suzanne and Soames found very good homes, their parents were happy and proud. There was one home like this and another like that. But nobody wanted poor Samuel Sprat. They all said his voice was too loud. Now Tabby McTat was a home-loving cat, but he couldn't stop dreaming of Fred. And one day he called for his wife and his son, and he told them, "There's something that has to be done. I must go and find him," he said. So up and down and all over town he wandered a whole week long, for many a morning and afternoon, by the light of the sun and the light of the moon, till he heard a familiar song. Do you know what he heard? Do you remember the song? If you can, sing along. Just me and the old guitar, if I had a cat I'd be far happier far. Just me and the old guitar, with my cat I'd be happier far. It's Tabby McTat! It's my long lost cat! Old Fred was ecstatically glad, and ecstatically means extremely. Then the two of them sang of this and that, and people threw coins in the new checked hat. But why did McTat feel sad? He was missing his wife and his comfortable life, and the dozens of things he do, like washing Prunella and pouncing on Pat and hiding the car keys under the mat and keeping the newspapers nice and flat and giving the pens an occasional bat. But how could he tell the busker that? So we are going to pause now and we are going to do our exercise. So what I would like you to do is write a letter to the busker from Tabby McTat. As you know now, he misses his comfortable life with his two people and his wife. But how would he tell Busker this? Because he's missed Busker for a long, long time. So I would like you to use the template to write down how Tabby McTat is feeling, and how he is going to tell Busker that he wants to go back. When you finish, return to the story and let's see what happened. Then out from a shadow sprang Samuel Sprat. "Oh, please let me be the busker's cat," he said with his deafening meow. Now, Samuel Sprat is the busker's cat, with a meow that is loud and strong. The two of them sing of this and that, though Samuel sings just a little bit flat. And people throw coins in the old checked hats, and this is their favourite song. Me, you, and the old guitar, how perfectly, perfectly happy we are. Meow, and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. Wow, that was a nice story, wasn't it? I really enjoyed that. I hope you really enjoyed it too. How did you find the song? If you enjoyed that, you can practice that song actually. So I hope you've done the letters well and you'll send them through and we can have a look at your lovely letters from Tabby McTat to the busker. And that's all there is for guided reading today. Thank you for listening. You've been great. And I will see you tomorrow for our next guided reading lesson. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.